Risks of diving in a current and equipment. The main risk of diving in a current we have not foreseen is that it can cause us to change the dive profile and route or drastically increase our air consumption. If you find yourself in a current unexpectedly on a dive, remember that it is very improbable that a current doesn't just happen. You have probably swum into it, so it is enough just to turn back a few meters or yards and the current will disappear. In the case of a current that continues to get stronger, probably due to the tide, the phenomenon may interest vast areas, and you are committing an error if you continue diving in these conditions. It is true that in case of difficulty, you can hold onto a rock on the seabed. But it is just as true that as you ascend to the surface, you will be carried away by the current. If an ascent line has been set up, you should hold onto this with your hands or use a special device known as a John line. Don't forget that the current can also vary with the depth. It is usually less nearer the bottom, but it may only occur in this layer or in just a few meters, feet, near the surface. However, an ascent-descent line should be used in all these situations. Upward or downward currents are not so easy to deal with. Luckily, they are rare, but it is still possible to encounter them. These vertical currents can be strong enough to cause an inexperienced diver to change depth by 10 meters, 33 feet, before realizing what is happening. Other risks of diving in currents concern poor visibility, which makes it difficult for the group to stay together. In this case, you can make a dive in a fixed point, as long as you also apply the techniques relative to low visibility diving. In the case of drift diving, meaning letting yourself be carried along by the current, it is not possible to use a guideline, so low visibility in these conditions prevents diving from taking place. Separation from your buddy or group is more likely on drift dives. You must take great care to stay close to your buddy and group.